Beautiful day out here. Have the beach behind me with my new shades, looking like a James Bond villain. But they lie to you about masculinity, and it's something that I've been wanting to talk to you about for a while. Because for the longest time, I had this idea that being masculine was not showing emotion, feeling constant anger, hustle, 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 money, women, cars, everything you see online. And up until recently, I was under this impression that if I didn't do all that, or if I didn't like put my whole life and everything, every ounce of energy I could into achieving those goals, that I'd never be masculine. But the inherent irony with this is that a truly masculine man is confident in himself, right? Any man that you think of as masculine, I mean, whichever man that you think is masculine, is confident in himself. And a character trait that he shares, that masculine men tend to share, is the fact that they don't care about what other people think. So by me wanting all this, it was actually just the projection of my insecurity that if I didn't have money, cars, women, anger, that people wouldn't see me as masculine. And so I wouldn't be validated enough. So it's something that you need to look into yourself to really understand why you're pursuing the things you're pursuing. Because masculinity has nothing to do with the external. It has everything to do with the internal. It has to do with your virtues, your beliefs, and your values, right? So what does everybody say? A masculine man is one who provides and protects. And so what we've gotten from this is you need to be strong, do martial arts, and you need to make a ton of money. And that's a big part of it, don't get me wrong. But you're not going to tell the cowboy in the middle of Texas who's working 60 hours a week to provide for his family that he's not masculine because he's not rich or knows martial arts. He's hardworking. He loves his family, so he protects them. He provides for them with hard, honest work, and he's a good man. He's honored. He has honor. That is masculinity. Nothing else. It's not the cars. It's not the women. It's nothing of what has been sold to you. And the reason it's been sold to you is because by you wanting this, it creates an insecurity in you. And guess what the only way to solve the insecurity is to pull towards that ideal. And so they can make courses off of it and everything. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against courses. I have nothing against coaching. I have something wrong against people who make other people insecure in order to benefit off of it. And it's something that I recently realized with myself, is that I was being the same sheep that was falling for this type of stuff. And the only tactic, the only true thing that stopped me and uncovered my eyes to this was becoming in tune with my emotions. Because for the longest time, I had repressed everything inside me. And the reason for that was probably due to the abandonment of my father. I didn't have a father figure for a very long time. And so I never really knew what a man was. So what did I do? I looked online for what is a man. And so you see people like Tate, you see people like, I don't know, the whole red pill community. And they're like, don't show your emotions. Be cold, I don't know, manipulate women. And then you see the whole blue pill community, which is like, just be soft and women will love you. It's okay to cry. And so I obviously didn't like the blue pill. I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. So I looked at the red pill, I'm like, I want cars and I want women and I want money, so let's just follow them. And so obviously, since I had no guidance, I looked for it in external sources. And it got me a decent way along. Like, at least I didn't turn out gay or anything like that. But what I didn't realize was the fact that I was just becoming a sheep of the red pill instead of the blue pill. The pill thing is so stupid to me, but regardless, just so you understand where I'm coming from. And so I had to get in touch with my emotions. I started working for a guy named Neftali Moses. You can search him up. And I realized that there was this whole other component to masculinity, which is interacting with what you're feeling. And not in a way to where if you feel sadness, you cry or you tell everybody and you're like, please support me, protect me. No, that's not what a man does. But you have to be able to feel it in order to know where it's coming from, because you want to solve it, right? And in order to solve it, you need to know the root of it. So let's say you're experiencing sadness because you feel like you aren't enough. Now you could repress it and work more and, watch porn or be on your phone, which is what I did. I'm not going to say that I didn't do it. I did it. I would drown myself in more work. I would watch porn. I would scroll on my phone because that's much more comfortable than facing these emotions of I might not be enough. And then once you confront that, you realize, okay, what's enough to me? And you start realizing cars, money, women, everything. Why is that? Why does that have to be the parameter for me feeling enough? Why can't it be internal? And then you realize that you always had it to begin with. It's who you are that's enough. And it's the journey of who you become that is what fulfills you. The cars, the money, even the women, like everything that you think you want comes as a byproduct of being the man. You become the man by interacting with what you're feeling now in order to set goals for the future. So the next time you feel sadness, don't drown it out by going to a club and drinking alcohol. Sit with it and understand it. The next time you feel anger, don't repress it and put on a smiling face to everybody. Sit in the anger and understand where it's coming from. The next time you feel scared, don't drown it out and start working and say, oh, I'm all alpha. Sit with the fear because in the fear, you will find the courage. I hope that makes sense.